everybody, it's the Crafty Witch. I hope y'all are doing alright today because I'm doing okay. The only problem is that I'm itching because I went outside with my son and we were doing a whole review type bit on these like everlasting bubbles, and I will leave a link to that below. But while we were out there, since I do live in Texas, since it is summertime, since it is humid outside, we have a bunch of mosquitoes just like all over the place. And the worst place for you to get bit by a mosquito other than your backside is the bottoms of your feet. Of course that had to happen to me. So anywho, today what we are going to be talking about is how to properly clean your makeup brushes. I see so many people who just constantly reuse the brushes, and it's really gross. It's like so nasty. I don't understand why people do that. It's just disgusting. Like one of my friends came over one time and she's like, hey, I have this awesome DIY for a makeup brush cleaner. She did it and I said, oh my God, how many times have you cleaned your brushes? And she was like, oh honey, I haven't done this in like years. And I'm like, that's just disgusting. Do you know what lives in your brushes? It's so gross. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. I already have everything set up. So what I would like for y'all to see is what I use to clean my makeup brushes. Now, I use a couple of things. I use a spray, which, give me 1 second, let me get it. So, I use this spray, and this spray right here, it actually works really good for a quick fix. And it's like super easy to use. All you do is like you spritz a little and then you take your washcloth and then you like clean off your bristles with it. Totally fine. You don't have to you don't have to soak your brushes. You don't have to, like wait for a lengthy amount of time for them to dry or anything like that. So it is actually really neat. However, today I'm going to be using this. It's called Eco Tools. It is a shampoo, and I do it a little differently because I clean a lot of my brushes at the same time, which is probably also not a good idea, but it's so much more, better than doing every single individual brush that you use every single day, and it does still get the job done. So, there's a couple of things that I do want to let y'all know. This is fucking gross. This is disgusting. Get a good look at that. Yeah, I hope I'm focusing because this has a lot of makeup on it, and I do clean my sponges. However, you can never ever truly get a sponge clean. So you'll see a lot of these YouTube channels and a lot of these like beauty YouTubes and all of that, and they're like, this is how I clean my makeup sponge. Well, honestly, I don't care what anybody tells you. You can clean it. You can make it okay for use, but you cannot actually clean them, sanitize them, or anything like that. And you can try to, but still, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. And I know y'all have all seen those videos that have, oh my gosh, this is in my sponge. WTF, this is my sponge. There's bugs in my sponge. Holy cow. Well, of course there's bugs in your sponge. There's bugs on your skin. We all have little critters crawling all over us. And as much as that is so nasty to say, that is also the reason why, on top of, when you exfoliate, you don't actually get all the skin off. So you've got bugs, you've got dead skin, you've got so much bacteria, so much everything that is just packed in your brushes after every single time you use them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like the best time for you to clean them is after each use. If you can't do that, if you're running behind, or if you're just in a rush and you're not like actually being lazy about it, then what you want to do is you want to at least try to clean them once or twice a week. Like set a day aside and just clean your brushes. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. That's what I'm going to show you. Now, I do use, like I said, Eco Tools. It is a shampoo. Now what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to dampen your brushes with warm water. So when you dampen your brushes with warm water, you're supposed to take a minuscule amount, difficult word for me to say for some reason, by the way. You're supposed to take just like an itty bitty bit of that and put it on your brushes while they're damp, and then you lightly rub the bristles, which is totally fine. That's totally awesome. However, today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking all of my brushes, yes, including my brand new It brushes, which I am so in love with. So yes, I am going to be taking all of my brushes and I am going to be soaking them in a shampoo soak. Now, you can already see, actually I don't know if you can see, but when you do this, you can actually, like this is mine, and yes I do. I use a mixing bowl for like hair dyes, bleaches and stuff. I use that to like soak my brushes in because I just, it just works. It works so well, and it's got these ridges right here so that if like I have even dirtier brushes, I can use the ridges right here to do like a little scrub on it and all that. So I'm gonna let these soak for just a little bit. So this is my little mixture. It's got the shampoo, it's got hot water in it, and my brushes are soaking. So you wanna let this soak for like just a few seconds or so. And right now there's so much makeup, guys, like coming off. Like I have to show you, okay? I gotta show you, and I'm sorry. Can you see that? Like seriously, can you see that? That's all like makeup. That's all like foundation. That's powder. That's dry skin. That's bugs that come off of your skin. Oh my gosh, it's gross. So you don't want to just like let them just, you know, sit around and continue to stay gross. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you like my entire process, other than just the hot water, or you can use warm water. You don't want to scrub your brushes like too harsh, because when you do that, it will break the fibers on your brush and it'll damage your brush. You don't want that to happen, especially if you're like me and you use expensive brushes. You know, because it's a waste of money. It's not good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the brush that I use for my blush and my bronzer, and I'm gonna go ahead and just like, I'm gonna move you down here so that y'all can see me better, okay? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna gently go along like I'm painting along these ridges right here, okay? And then when I'm done doing this, I'm going to take some warm water and I'm going to rinse these off, and then I'm going to let them sit overnight so that they can dry. If just a little tidbit, again, now that y'all have seen that, y'all have seen how I clean them. So yeah, now I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip. If you are going to be in like a super rush, you need to clean your brushes because they were just fucking nasty, do that. But after you rinse them, if you don't have time because you're in a rush to actually wait for them to air dry, then you can use a blow dryer, and you can put it on like a low to a medium heat setting, and then you can, you know, blow dry your brushes until they're dry, and that's totally fine too. But I'm gonna let mine sit overnight because, well, I mean, I'm about to go to bed anyway, so, you know. So anyway, that's my little tips and tricks. And remember, I don't care what anybody tells you, throw the sponge away. It's always best. See, like, I get my sponges from Born Pretty. I'm not going to be using Born Pretty anymore. They're okay to use, but they take forever. Like, seriously, forever. I've had such bad luck with receiving my items from them without actually having to contact them and file a complaint and all that, because when I say it takes a long time for me to receive my stuff, I mean months. And I'm not sure if it takes everybody that long, or if it's just me, or if it's just a few people that it takes that long, but I'm in Texas and I understand that they are overseas. I get that. But I've ordered some other things that have come from overseas that haven't taken longer than a month. And Born Pretty, for me, takes like months. And I mean like 2-3 months before it ever even arrives. So I'm not going to be using them anymore to order my, you know, like sponges or anything like that. You can use these. These do last longer. However, you want to throw your sponges out. Let me see here. So you want to throw your sponges out at least every couple of weeks. You can do quick fix cleanups and all of that kind of stuff, but like as mentioned before, you're not going to be able to properly sanitize your makeup sponge. So instead of using something that's like really, really super disgusting that has all of your dead skin, bugs, and all of that kind of stuff on it, go ahead and just do what I did and do what quite a few other people do. And you can go to Sally's, or you can go to Ulta, or heck, you can go to Walmart or Target, and you can buy bags of makeup wedges. They work just as good. They're pretty much the exact same thing as a makeup sponge. Plus, they're more cost efficient. You know, it just saves a lot of time. So that's my recommendation for you. I really, really hope that this video helped you all to learn something. I will be having more educational videos coming up, as well as some tutorials and everything, so stick around. If you like this video, if you find that it is informative, so if you like this video and you find that it is informative, then go ahead, thumbs up, please subscribe, and share it along with your friends. I'm a huge education buff. I love education, so yeah, subscribe and share my videos so that other people aren't wearing nastiness all over their face.